Book 2, Pepito and the Exiled Nymph. Chapter 3, Kinswoman of Chaos. The thing about ancient scrolls glowing with arcane energy, they don't just sit there politely, humming with gentle wisdom. No, this one throbbed like it had an ego, pulsing with the smug rhythm of a cosmic tax audit that knew you were already screwed. Heat radiated against my palm. The parchment felt unervingly smooth, like polished, sun-bleached bone, and it buzzed with the self-importance of a 1,000-year-old bureaucracy that still used fountain pens and blood oaths. As I carefully unrolled the damn thing, dread coiled around my spine like a cold-blooded snake with a vendetta, tightening with every inch. The header was obnoxiously elaborate, inked and shimmering, preening calligraphy that looked like it had opinions about your fashion choices. Royal announcement, by order of His Majesty the King and the United Conclave of High Mages. Yeah, real chill. My heart started doing a nervous tap dance against my ribs. Each beat was a frantic SOS in Morse code. I skimmed past half a paragraph of magical legalese about ley lines, cheese-based prophecy, and, no joke, sentient embroidery rights. My eyes glazed like a bakery display, hunting for anything that made actual sense. Then I saw it. A name. Her name. The one that slammed the air out of my lungs in a sudden, involuntary whoosh. When my fingertip brushed over it, the ink pulsed. A tingling warmth crept up my arm, subtle, eerie, and far too familiar. The esteemed, the wise, and the supremely, terrifyingly powerful Lady Ynez Espiritu as the new head of the Arcane Directorate, first witch of the royal capital. A memory punched through my brain like a surprise quiz in high school. Lola Ynez, lining up mismatched Tupperware lids on the kitchen counter like a war general organizing troops. The scent of Sampaguita, soap, and mentholated liniment drifted from the corners of my past. My jaw dropped, like cartoonishly dropped. W what? I croaked. My voice cracked like a dry twig underfoot. Lady Ynez? That can't be right. My Lola Ynez used a worn-out baston to poke stray dogs and haggle over senior discounts. She once chased a tricycle driver for 3 blocks in a floral duster because he overcharged her by 5 pesos. Susan arched a perfectly sculpted eyebrow. It was the kind of slow, surgical gesture that could slice through hope like a monomolecular blade. Her smirk? Lethal. But behind it, I caught something else, a flicker of sharp calculation, like sunlight off a hidden knife. This one, Espiritu, is anything but old and wrinkled, she said. According to the portraits that came with the notice, she looks like a beauty queen who moonlights as the final boss of a gothic RPG. She wears dragon scale leather like it's a house dress. And last week, she incinerated a diplomatic dinner with a look. I blinked. Twice. My brain sputtered like a dial-up modem trying to connect to 5G reality. That's not my Lola Ynez. It couldn't be. Susan leaned closer, and her perfume curled in the air like ozone before a lightning strike, mixed with the faint scent of doom. Well, unless there's another Ynez Espiritu with a talent for sarcasm-induced disappearances and administrative murder, I'd say this is very much your grandmother. And she's officially interested in you. She tapped the scroll with a scarlet nail, right on my name. The parchment shivered. She mentions you. Personally, you got fans in very high, very dangerous places now. I forced my twitching eyeballs back to the calligraphy. The words throbbed like they knew I was reading them. The illustrious Lady Ynez Espiritu extends her warmest, most kinswomanly felicitations to her dear long-lost kinsman, 1/6 Pepito Espiritu. Her ladyship expresses a most keen and heartfelt desire to welcome him to the royal capital. Susan took over the reading, her voice shifting into a silky purr that coiled around the words like velvet-wrapped mockery. To facilitate this most joyous of reunions, a small but distinguished delegation of her ladyship's most trusted and capable retainers will arrive in Saramanuk within the coming week. She rolled the scroll, closed with a snap that echoed through my chest like a gavel striking down on my entire life. Then she looked at me, like a cat staring at a confused fishbowl it just inherited. "So, kinsman," she said, that word thick with barely contained laughter. "Either your Lola had magical Botox and a dramatic career pivot, or you're about to meet a high-fashion death goddess who claims you as blood. And she's sending an entourage, just for you." Inside my head, DEFCON 1 alarm screamed. A tiny version of me was sprinting in circles, screaming into a pillow. The delegation? I squeaked. The sound was thinner than instant coffee made with tears. Susan's grin widened. Apex predator mode. "Indeed, Mr. Espiritu. You might want to fluff the pillows and clean out the fridge. Saramanuk is about to host some very powerful and likely very judgmental guests." She leaned even closer, and her voice dropped to a whisper that sliced sharper than any scream. "And Pepito," she purred, the words tasting like trouble. "They're coming for you." Blue Book author's note. Okay. Plot twist of the century. Pepito's Lola might be a magical MILF with boss battle energy. I had so much fun writing this chapter, especially channeling that slow-sinking dread of, oh no, I'm part of a magical bloodline, and now I have responsibilities? Face screaming in fear. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think will be in the delegation? Should Pepito redecorate the shop into a mini fortress, or just build a panic room out of Tupperware and trauma? More chapters drop daily, so don't forget to follow, comment, and stalk me like you're part of a magical recon squad.